What's something your kid said that made you question your parenting? My daughter Henley was 7 when she came home from her friend's birthday party and asked me why we never had real food at our house. I laughed it off. We have plenty of food, sweetie. There's leftover quinoa salad in the fridge, and I'm making cauliflower steaks tonight. She scrunched up her face. That's not real food. Mira's mom made chicken nuggets and mac and cheese from a box, and they had Oreos for dessert. I explained how we ate healthy, organic, homemade meals because I loved her and wanted her to grow up strong. How processed foods were full of chemicals. How sugar was basically poison. She nodded like she understood, but I caught her staring longingly at the birthday party goodie bag full of candy that I'd already decided to throw away when she wasn't looking. 2 weeks later, her teacher called. Henley had been caught stealing food from other kids' lunches, not toys or school supplies. Food. Specifically, a bag of goldfish crackers and a juice box. When confronted, she broke down crying and said she just wanted to try them because her mom would never let her have anything fun. I was mortified. We weren't poor. I packed her elaborate bento boxes every day with homemade hummus, veggie sticks, sprouted grain crackers, and fresh fruit arranged into little animals. Her lunches cost more than most kids' entire meals, but apparently she'd been throwing them away and watching other kids eat their normal lunches with envy. The teacher, Mrs. Garrett, was gentle but direct. Henley told me she's never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Is that true? I explained about refined sugars and processed peanut butter and white bread. Mrs. Garrett nodded slowly. She also said she's not allowed to have birthday cake at parties. She sits there with carrot sticks you send while everyone else eats cake. The other kids have started calling her Rabbit. That night, I watched Henley at dinner. Really watched her. She pushed her zucchini noodles around, taking tiny bites with zero enthusiasm. When I announced I'd made chia seed pudding for dessert, she said, "Yay," in the flattest voice I'd ever heard from her. "Don't you like the food Mommy makes?" I asked. She looked up at me with these serious eyes. "I like making you happy," she said. "You smile when I eat it all." That hit me like a punch to the gut. My 7-year-old was choking down food she hated to make me happy. The next weekend, we went to her cousin's house for a barbecue. I brought our own cooler of approved foods for Henley. Organic veggie burgers, coconut water, homemade sweet potato chips. While the other kids ran around with hot dogs and regular chips, Henley sat next to me with her special plate. Then my brother Noel said something that changed everything. "You know she sneaks into my kitchen during every family party, right? Last time I found her hiding behind the couch eating an entire sleeve of Chips Ahoy. She begged me not to tell you." I was shocked. Henley had been living a double life, secretly binging on forbidden foods whenever she could. That night, I found her journal. I know I shouldn't have read it, but I was desperate to understand. In shaky 7-year-old handwriting, she'd written, "I hate being different. I want to eat lunch with my friends, not alone, because my food is weird. I pretend to be allergic to stuff so Mom doesn't get sad when I don't want her gross cookies made of dates and sadness." Dates and sadness. That's how my daughter described my homemade treats. There was a drawing of her at a table surrounded by other kids, but her lunchbox was covered in big black X's. Another drawing showed her friends eating pizza while she had a bowl of something green with a frowny face on it. The worst was a picture of me as a giant broccoli with angry eyes, labeled "No Fun Mom." I spent that night reconsidering everything. Yes, eating healthy was important, but what good was perfect nutrition if my daughter was miserable? If she was stealing food and lying and feeling isolated from her peers? If she was developing shame and secrecy around eating? The next morning, I did something I'd never done before. I made regular pancakes. Not almond flour, not banana egg, not cauliflower. Regular flour, milk, eggs, and a little sugar. With maple syrup. Real maple syrup, not agave nectar or date paste. When Henley came downstairs and saw them, she literally gasped. "Are these for me?" "Yeah, baby, they're for you." She took a bite and her whole face lit up, and she started crying. "They're so good, Mommy. They're so, so good." She ate 3 pancakes and asked if she could have them again tomorrow. I said yes. We went grocery shopping together that afternoon. I let her pick some things she wanted to try. Normal things. Goldfish crackers, string cheese, yes, even Oreos. The look on her face when I put them in the cart was pure joy. "Really? We can have these in our house?" I didn't abandon nutrition completely. We still eat plenty of vegetables and whole grains, but now we also have pizza Fridays. She gets to buy school lunch once a week. Birthday parties mean eating actual birthday cake with the other kids. Her lunchbox has a mix of healthy and fun foods, and she actually eats it instead of throwing it away. The biggest change? Henley started inviting friends over. Before, she always made excuses about why they couldn't come to our house. Now, she proudly offers them snacks that won't embarrass her. Regular snacks that make her feel like a regular kid. Last week, she hugged me and said, "Thanks for being a fun mom now." It stung a little, realizing I'd been so focused on being a perfect mom that I'd forgotten to consider what my actual child needed. Not just physically, but emotionally and socially. Sometimes being a good parent means admitting you've been getting it wrong, even when your intentions were good. Sometimes it means serving goldfish crackers alongside the carrot sticks and being okay with